There's something that happened Friday that I wanted to ask you about, if we can bring up the picture. You were at the funeral for former Senator Bob Dole, and you were seated, there you are. You're seated next to a Republican Senator, Ted Cruz, who, as everybody can see, is not masked, despite rules at the National Cathedral requiring all guests to wear masks indoors. Now, you're a breast cancer survivor. You're still recovering, I guess.
I'm 100% good.
You're 100% better, but you're still at risk of infection because of this fight that you won. What was going through your mind there, where Ted Cruz pulls up next to you and doesn't have a mask on, even though the rules are, please wear a mask to protect you? You wear the masks to protect other people.
I think people should wear masks, especially when they're in settings when they're supposed to. I think part of our duty as civic leaders is actually to model behavior, because it's not just about masks, it's also about vaccines. And Ted Cruz, you know, he's gotten a vaccine, he gets that. And part of what I don't want to get lost here is why we were there. We were there to honor Bob Dole and his memory. Bob Dole was all about consensus, bringing people together, and let's not forget that. And one of the things I learned at that funeral, which I didn't know, was that Bob Dole was actually strongly supportive of establishing the MLK holiday. He was supportive of civil rights legislation. He did courageous things that were against the grain when called upon.
Yeah.
And in his words, he actually once said that when you look at these things and when you look at what's happening in our country, that courage is about bringing people together, right? And he was someone that I think we need to think about as we take on, I just watched that incredible debate you had, as we take on these things in our country, that we have to find consensus when we can.